Hey Mandy Maniacs, and welcome back to the Friday Fear Drop. 4 horrors, 1 night, with one blood red kiss of dark romance waiting for you at the end. Let's begin. Hey Mandy Maniacs, I hope you're enjoying Summerween week. I was trying to get a vibe right, I'm not feeling it today. I just couldn't get it. So hey, that's alright. Every day can't be a dead ringer day, right? So anyway, here is my tank top. I felt like this was very Summerween, or not tank top. Doesn't even have straps, you guys. Like, that's my bra. Like, strapless shirt. So fun fact, this is like a regular like tube top situation that I like years ago ended up blood splattering actually with fabric spray paint. Super fun thing. So I like never wear the shirt. I thought it'd be perfect for Summerween vibes. Anyway, to those of you who don't know what Summerween is, like I'm sure you do if you're here. But if you don't, it is the combo of summer and Halloween. Like my two favorite things in the world. Halloween/horror and summer. Like I love it. I love the heat and humidity. I love spooky, horror, gory Halloween, from cute pumpkins to a total bloodbath of carnage and beyond, you know? So, anyway, great theme, right? So, show and tell wise, like, we went out hunting today, actually. When you're seeing this, it'll be yesterday. We went out hunting today for, like, Summerween stuff, you know? And you guys, nobody has it. Like, last year, Bath and Body Works, they did Summerween. And they did, like, ice cream float, get it? Like, you know. Anyway, they did not do Summerween this year. So sad. And then Victoria's Secret I heard did, but there was like none by where we were today, so we didn't stop in there. We didn't want to be out that long with the 4th of July traffic. We did not want to get caught in all of that. So, yeah, then TJ Maxx and Home Goods, which every other year, or well, at least last year, they had cute little like ghosties and pool floaties and like an ice cream cone that was like a melting skull and like all these other like Halloween home decor, Halloween summer home decor, right? They had nothing. So guys, no one's Summerweening this year apparently. Maybe it's the 250th because like it's like a big thing, so that's kind of the big thing. I don't know. But anyway, the one place we did find Summerween, so I was super pumped about it, was Michael's. They had Summerween out, and they had the summer vibe with the Halloween vibe together, and it was just really cool to see. Last year, they went for, like, a pink Summerween. This year, what they did is it's, like, all kinds of colors thrown together. They had, like, red and blue and pink, and it was really cool. It was, like, giving kind of, like, maybe a old school like Halloween summer vibe. It was really neat. And then they also kind of had a mermaid Halloween vibe, so it was like really cool. Definitely awesome. Film that, you guys. I'm putting that out for you guys on Saturday, so that's when the Michael's Summerween walkthrough will be. So super pumped about that, you guys. Michael's had us on that one. Happy about that. So anyway, technically the show and tell is gonna be in a Saturday long form video, so I hope you guys enjoy seeing that. For the Would You Survive, you're sitting on the beach eating ice cream that you got from a local ice cream parlor. It's strawberry ice cream, the creamiest, most delicious ice cream you've ever tasted. But when you take the next bite of the ice cream, you bite into something hard. When you look at it, it's a human finger. Do you keep eating the ice cream anyway? It's just too delicious not to. Do you throw it away? Or do you call the police immediately? What do? And would you survive? comment below and let me know, what would you do? So I hope you guys enjoyed this Summerween themed Friday Fear Drop. Of course, it's far from over. I hope you guys are ready for the dark romance story at the end. Okay guys, so here is for the story. I spent some time on it. I couldn't quite dial it in the way I wanted, but it's a super dark horror Summerween, so I think you'll like it. I just couldn't get the Eli and Mara vibe quite right. I don't know, but I'm still pretty happy with it. My idea came out, carving Summerween watermelons, only Eli is the watermelon. Dark AF, right? Okay, so here we go. I hope you love it. It was a warm, perfect summer night with a gentle breeze. Eli and Mara sat on the floor together. Watermelons sat in front of them. Mara wanted to carve Summerween jack-o'-lanterns, and Eli was always into doing anything Mara wanted. Mara stared at her watermelon, trying to decide what to carve. Eli stared at Mara. Mara looked over at Eli and bit her lip, as her eyes dropped to his green t-shirt. Slowly, deliberately, she reached over and pressed her fingers deep into the huge, soft curve of his belly. She squeezed, feeling his flesh yield beneath her grip. She looked between his round belly and the smooth green rind of the fruit. "You know, Eli," she whispered, her voice trailing off in a low hum. Mara slid her hand beneath the hem of his dark green shirt. Her skin met his bare, warm stomach. Her fingertips searched the flesh until they found the raised, jagged tissue. It was a thick scar that spelled her name, permanently carved into his skin. She dragged her fingertips slowly across the rigid tracks of the scarred lettering. "You're my favorite thing to carve," she murmured, her voice dripping with dark flirtation. "Then don't stop," Eli exhaled. His voice was thick with love. He reached down, his large hand covering hers, where it rested against the scarred flesh of his belly. He pressed her fingers deeper into his middle. He wanted her to feel how completely he belonged to her. "Wow, Eli," Mara breathed, barely able to think, desire overtaking her mind so completely. Mara bit her lip, feeling her face flush as she turned her attention back to the watermelon. "I love you," Eli said, still staring at her. Mara plunged her bare hands deep into the dark pink center of the watermelon. She began to twist her fingers, tearing the wet pulp away from the rind. She pulled out a massive dripping handful of the red fruit, letting the sticky juice run down her wrist. She stared down at the squishy, fibrous mass in her palm, her eyes wide and dark. "You know, Eli," she murmured, her voice a low whisper as she squeezed the pulp, letting it ooze through her fingers. "I can't help but think about your insides." She looked over at him, her gaze dropping back to the heavy, soft curve of his belly. "The watermelon is so cold, but I know you would feel much warmer, so much squishier, if I was reaching inside you instead." Eli's chest rose and fell in heavy, rapid breaths, his eyes dilated with absolute worship as he drank in every single word of her dark fantasy. Eli looked down at the dripping red pulp oozing through her fingers, then back up into her dark eyes. A low breath escaped his lips, his expression entirely consumed by an unhinged, ecstatic devotion. "Then find out," Eli whispered, a smirk pulling at his lips as he grabbed Mara, pulling her into him, wrapping his arms tightly around her. He took her sticky, wet hand, the one covered in cold watermelon pulp, and pressed it directly against the warm, bare skin of his soft belly. "Don't just imagine it, Mara," he murmured, leaning closer until his lips almost brushed her ear. "Open me up and reach inside." He pulled his shirt up to completely expose the soft, heavy curve of his stomach, and her name scarred into him. Eli pushed the handle of the knife into her hand and guided it forward, driving the sharp tip of the knife straight into the soft, heavy curve of his belly, pressing until the metal sank past the surface, and the skin gave way around it. A thick bead of crimson spilled over his skin, but Eli's face remained entirely serene, illuminated by a look of pure, ecstatic worship. "Open me up, Mara. See that my love for you is limitless," he murmured. Overwhelmed with love and desire, Mara leaned forward, kissing Eli hard on the lips. "You're so perfect, Eli," she whispered. "So completely perfect for me." Eli let out a shaky, worshipful breath against her mouth, his entire body shuddering, not from the pain of the metal in his flesh, but from the intoxicating weight of her praise. "You really would do anything for me?" Mara asked, amazed. "I really would," Eli whispered, his voice steady and entirely devoid of hesitation. "I would do absolutely anything for you, Mara," he continued, a faint, reverent smile touching his lips. Mara's knuckles turned white as her fingers locked with vice-like intensity around the hilt of the knife. For a long moment, she held the blade perfectly still, staring deep into Eli's unblinking, worshipful eyes. The sharp silver tip remained pressed against his heavy metal, poised as if she were about to plunge it straight through him. But instead of driving the metal home, she pulled it back, letting the knife clatter to the floor. She wrapped her arms around Eli's neck and kissed him, leaning close to him and whispering in his ear, "I love you too, Eli." "Maybe we should actually get back to our watermelons," she murmured, looking down at him and biting her lip, with a wicked, teasing glint in her eyes. "That is, if I can contain myself from turning you into my canvas instead." Eli's chest rumbled with a quiet laugh beneath her, his large arms tightening around her just for a second to feel the weight of her against him. He looked up at her with that same unshakable, starry-eyed devotion, a soft smile spreading across his face. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that story of like a cozy Eli Mara moment together, right? To think that's sweet and cozy, you know? Hey, welcome to my mind. So anyway, I hope you guys really loved it. I actually have another story I almost finished for you on Sunday about like sirens in the ocean, so that'll be cool. It was going to be today's, but then it got really long, and then I suddenly had this thought for today's, and I was like, oh, perfect, that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, get ready for that. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to see you back next Friday for the next Friday Fear Drop. Every Friday, we'll have a new theme. Tell me in the comments, what was your favorite part? I'll see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the horror videos I release.